Hi, good afternoon to all online family and friends. I'm happy that I meet all of you again. So how are you doing? Feeling good? Yeah, today we are going to talk about AmFit. So for today's topic, no matter you are someone who are new to AmFit or you are already familiar with AmFit, today's topic is suitable for you because why? Because today's topic we are going to focus on three main points, which are first, how long does the fermentation take place to produce a good quality enzyme? Second is the uniqueness of AmFit. Third is who is highly recommended to take AmFit. So let's start. So for this is an apple. Anyone of you here eat apple? I believe that all of you love to eat apple, right? Okay, in one apple, the nutrient content is very high. There are vitamin A, C, E. There are B1, B2, glucose, fructose, sucrose, and then zinc, calcium, phosphorus, iron, antioxidant, and also carotene. But now the question is, if your body have enough of enzyme, then only you're able to get all these nutrients. Otherwise, you get zero, you get nothing. So imagine that when you first bite of this apple, when you start chewing that time, the whole digestion process starts in your mouth. When you're chewing, in your saliva, there are amylase, which will start breaking down the carbohydrates. Then the food will be further passed down to your stomach. Then the food will be further broken it down into smaller pieces, then until it reaches the small intestines. So at here, majority all of the food has been broken down into tiniest particles, then will be ready for absorptions. Okay, so now you can imagine that enzymes, they act like a worker. So vitamin and trace elements are the tools in your hand. So without enzyme, so no matter how much of the food you eat, how many of the vitamin supplements you take, so they won't work because your body will not be able to break down this food into the nutrients where your body needs. All right, so let's see. Enzyme is a savior of the metabolic syndrome. So an organism, as long as it is a living thing, no matter you're a human being or an animal, so enzymes are needed to maintain a normal physiological operations like respirations, like you need to digesting food, for your nerve, for your muscle function. So all this needs enzyme. So enzymes are essential for the regulations of signal transmission and also cellular activities. Like now I'm talking to you. So this whole process actually involves enzyme as well. So this is actually a short recap of Mr. Pei sharing. All right. So enzymes are currently known to catalyze more than 5,000 biochemical reactions. Like I mentioned just now, respirations and so on and so on. So some of them are found in the blood, some are in your cells, and then each enzyme have their own task to do. Okay, so our human body, there are 60 trillions of cells, and so this enzyme actually require for almost all intracellular metabolic process. So that's why enzymes are very important in our human body. So these are the nine main body systems that requires enzyme, which are just now has been mentioned by Irene just now. Okay, so let me have a quick summary on this. So first is the digestive system. So enzyme is very, very important for your digestive system. Why? As I mentioned, why we eat food. We wanted to eat food, actually want to get the nutrients from your food, right? So when you eat your food, but your body are lacking of enzyme, so means that your body will not be able to break down all the food into the nutrients where your body needs. So when your body are lacking of nutrients, then it will affect of many of the other human body systems. Second will be the endocrine systems. If your body are lack of nutrients, then your cells will be lacking of certain nutrients to build of the hormones, then causes hormone imbalance. Then it will lead to obesity. So this is one of the causes if you have a hormone imbalance. When you have obesity, then it will start lead to various kind of disease like diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and also cancer, and so on and so on. So besides this, there are also 7 types of main, there are also other body systems like this: respiratory system, immune system, nervous system, muscular system, vascular system, reproductive system, and also this urinary system. So for this, for today's topic, I'm not going to share to you in detail. So if you're interested, you may refer to AmFit Product Training Part 1 by Mr. Pei. Okay, so we shall proceed to next. So which means that the amount of enzyme in our human body actually determines the length of our life, because enzyme play very important role in the 9 human body systems. Okay, so why do we need to take enzyme supplement? Because as our body grows, so the enzyme in our body actually starts to drain. So you can look at this table. So when a child, the enzyme in his or her body is 95%, but when you get into adolescent stage, so the enzyme has been dropped until 75, so it has been dropped 20%. So when you get into adulthood, so it's left only 50%. In elderly stage, you're only balance of 20% of the enzymes in your body. So you can roughly know how much of your enzyme are in your body right now. You can look at this stage, perhaps as we are currently at this stage, right? Adult. Okay, so basically, majority of us now are in our body, they are only remaining 50% of the enzyme in our body. Okay, so that's why we are very important to get enough of enzyme from our food. So we need to eat at least 3 kilos of 7 colors of fruits and vegetables every day in order for you to get enough of enzyme. Yeah, you didn't hear it wrong. I said 3 kilos of 7 colors of fruits and vegetables. Regarding this, then is really, I'm also doubt whether I can do it. Not say that 3 kilo, maybe 300 grams, also a problem for someone to achieve, isn't it? Okay. So actually, enzyme can work in a very specific conditions, like in the enzyme in the human body, they work at a temperature at around 37 degrees Celsius, whereby it's the human temperatures. And also enzyme in your body, they also work in a very specific pH. Like in your stomach, the enzyme work best at the acid condition, which is at the pH around 2. If in the intestines, it work best as around 7 to 7.5, which is the very alkaline stage. Okay, so this is better for the enzyme to work. So now we can see this. The heat resistance of enzyme is actually around 75 to 50 degrees Celsius. So in our daily meals, in your 3 meals, what do you eat normally? Do you eat cooked food? I believe that all of us also eat cooked food, right? Any one of you here eating raw every day, or salads and so on? If you're yes, you can just type in this chat box and just let me know. So actually, let me see whether is there anyone. Okay, never mind. All right. So regarding this one, so you can imagine that if many of us, because many of us, we eat cooked foods, so you can feel, you can imagine that many of these enzymes are very limited in this cooked food, because we grill, we fry, we boil, we steam all this food. So that's why enzyme found in this food is very limited. Next, can you see my slide is moving? One moment. All right, okay, so enzyme work in one specific way. So meaning that this enzyme, for example, they are breakdown of the liver, they are break down the toxin in the liver. So they are doing the same job every day. Like in your mouth, the amylase, the breakdown of the carbohydrates, so they are doing the same task. Next, humans need 5,000 to 6,000 types of enzyme, because as I mentioned just now, there are around of 5,000 and above of the biological chemical reaction which need to support our health. All right, so this 5,000 to 6,000 of enzyme actually can be found in different type of food. So that's why a well-balanced diet is very, very important. And now another question is, do you eat a balanced diet? Yes or no? Okay, you can look at this diagram. There are Maggi mee, there are banh mi, there are wonton mee, there are, this one what I call already, bak kut teh, and then this one dim sum, and also nasi lemak. So imagine this is one day, in a day, I eat this. I eat Maggi mee, I eat banh mi, and I eat this wonton mee. So you can count how many of the vegetables I eat. Of course, it will be less than 10, right? And also one thing which I mentioned, which is the cooking method as well. So that's why in our daily food, the enzyme intake is very limited. Not only that, the external factors consume a large amount of the enzyme, like the environmental pollutions, water pollutions or air pollutions and so on, which is very difficult for us to avoid. So second is the pressure of life. You feel stress, and then drug abuse. Sometimes when we are catch a cold, then you will tend to take medicines, you will take flu medicines. So this will even causes your enzyme from your body drain even faster. Next is the lifestyle habits. If you're smoking and also drinking alcohol, so the enzymes drain even faster. Perhaps that just now I mentioned that perhaps we are only left 50% of the enzyme in our body, right? So if you are practicing these lifestyles, perhaps that you will be less than 50%. Okay, so let me recall back. So since our enzyme intake will be drained following by our age, second, we are difficult to get from our food. You are eating imbalanced diet. And third, there are also external factors which will cause the enzyme intake drain even faster. So that's why modern people is advised to take enzyme supplement to ensure there are sufficient intake of enzyme in your body to maintain this normal functioning of your body. Okay, so talking about enzyme, actually there are a lot of enzyme product can be found in the market, and these are quite a few which I found is very common. All right. So first is this homemade enzyme. So I wanted to ask, any one of you here ever try yourself to make a jar of homemade enzyme? You may just type yes if you ever experienced this. Okay, so talking about this, actually it made me recall back in 3 years back. Then my mom, she did a jar of homemade enzyme. Then the time I smelled something was smell doesn't really good. Then that's why I asked her what was you doing. Then she explained to me that she is in the process of making this enzyme. Then I explained to her, actually during the whole fermentation process, it involved bacteria, it involved microorganisms. So during the fermentation process, so they might be produced good bacteria, or they might produce the bad bacteria as well, which all these we cannot be seen by our naked eyes. Perhaps that when you drink it, then maybe something not good happen, like you have stomach ache, like you have food poisoning. The time you only realize that there's something wrong with this jar of enzyme, that was already too late. This is what I explained to her. Then end up luckily that she did not proceed to this fermentation process. So not only that, actually we are not advised to do homemade enzyme because this require very important and very good skill to produce this enzyme. Because as I mentioned, fermentations involve enzyme, so it is very dangerous if you're overlooking it. Not only that, when we are making homemade things, so one thing all of us will be concerned on it, which is the taste. If the taste doesn't good or is too sour, then I believe that no one will drink this your enzyme, right? So then you will tend to add in a lot of sugar, which is bad for our health. Because the main purpose that we wanted to drink enzyme is for our health, right? But you added too much of the sugar is no good. All right. So next thing is this enzyme powder. And then third is the enzyme liquid, which is in the concentrated solutions, or even there are some also available in a very small pack of sachet, like our AmFit, in this one sachet. Then you just tear it off and just drink it. So this is all the enzyme products can be available in the market right now. So talking about enzyme, they are also divided by single raw materials of enzyme drink. They are quite common one are the apple, pineapple, and also there are also more than 5. There are more than 10. There are more than 20, 50, and also even 100. Then there are so many types of enzyme product available in the market. Then how should you choose? And then when you are choosing the time, probably there will be some myth and facts about this issue on how to select a good quality enzyme. Okay, so first, is that the more raw materials, the better? So this is not necessary. Not necessary that just like I mentioned, there are around also 50 and also there are 100 raw materials in the market that have been used in this enzyme drink. So not necessarily the more the better. Although abundant raw materials that can improve the nutritional contents of the enzyme, but what we need to take note are the source, where the raw material come from, the quality of it, what quality that these raw materials. Are these really filtered, or they are only using the good quality raw materials, or how? Okay, next, the type ratio of the raw materials are all related to the quality of the enzyme. So these are the things which we need to take note if you are selecting what kind of enzyme product that you wanted to buy. So next is, the bigger the pack size, the better. So actually this concept is not the same like money. So money is the best, the more the best, right? But for enzyme, the quality of enzyme is totally nothing to do with the amount. It is only related to purity, how pure it is. Does the enzyme product that you buy contain of laxative, contain of added sugar? Yeah, this is the thing that we should need to take note. And then the enzyme activities. So these two, which is a very important: purity, enzyme, and enzyme activity. Third is this one. Is the fermentation process the longer, the better? Not necessary. Remember that the fermentation process which is at the right time. So this is the best. So basically, the fermentation process, there are two. One is this one, rapid fermentation stage. So the cellulose, the sugar, the protein, the fat from the raw materials, they will quickly broken it down into the smaller molecule nutrients. Then it will proceed to the slow fermentation stage, whereby the metabolites produced in a rapid fermentation stage will continue undergo a deeper decomposition and then continue breaking it down into smaller molecules. So after rapid and also slow fermentation stage, the nutrient content of the enzyme product is the most abundant, and also the taste is the best. Okay, so this is what we are looking for. Then why not the longer the better? So we know that and metabolism of the microorganism, actually they will be affected by this issue, this factor, like the temperature, the moisture, and also pH. Because microorganisms, they are also living things. They also have their own life cycle. So that's why, one moment, let me move this box, is block my view. Okay, so the highest the metabolic rate of the microorganisms, so the quality and quantity of the active substances obtained at these times are both the best and the most. But if compared to when the life of the organisms enters the end stage, they're almost dying already, then their metabolic capacities will be relatively reduced, and the amount of the substances that will be obtained will also be reduced as well. So during the whole fermentation process, with the changes in the time, and then the ingredients also changes, and also the living environments in your jar of the fermentation broth also changes. So during this fermentation process, actually the microorganisms, they are keep growing until a certain stage, they are maximum ready. So at this time, if you did not stop fermentation, so they will compete with each other in order to get raw materials and also get living space. So remember, when the microbes are reached at their maximum, so this is where you need to stop the fermentation. During this time, the nutrients in the enzyme liquid and its activities are the highest. But if you just let go of it, just allow the fermentation process to continue, you did not stop at the fermentation at the right time, then it will cause the nutrients in the fermentation will gradually react with the nutrients, react with the oxygen, then it will causes the nutritional value of the enzyme broth that you'll be obtained reduce. So this is what we do not want. So in a conclusion, in short, the fermentation time of the product needs to be appropriate, not too long or not too short. So generally is about 180 days to 730 days. So in future, maybe your members or your friends asking you about this, then you may just explain to them. So the fermentation time must be appropriate, okay? Then therefore, when you're choosing the enzyme product, you must look for a good manufacturer. Okay, so talking about this, then let me have a quick summary of the tips how to choose a good enzyme product. Okay, so first it is with bioactivity tests, because we drink enzyme is we wanted to help to break down the food. So that's why with this bioactivity is very important. Next, fermentation source, natural microorganisms, no added of the laxative and sugar, this one, take note on the purity, then legal factory production, and also pass the safety and health inspections, because microorganisms are easily affected by pH, temperature, and also moisture. So after the enzyme product has been produced, so also need to ensure the safety of it. Okay, so must be have a safety certification that is good product. All right. So now let me introduce to you a good quality enzyme which are available in the market, which is our AmFit. Okay, so let's see. AmFit, they are content of these five colors of fruits and vegetables. There are a total of 30 types of fruit and vegetable that we are using to produce this AmFit. So these vegetables, it can help to promote toxins elimination, increase metabolism, can accelerate the fat burning, nutrients restorations, and also repair cells. So there are total fruits, 30 types of fruits and vegetables. So these are the ones. So let me read to you one by one. Okay, so first, apple, broccoli, they are banana, kiwi, spinach, tomato, sweet potato, celery, taro, lotus root, lemon, water spinach, cabbage, cucumber, winter melon, radish, lettuce, carrot, guava, kale, eggplants, loofah, pineapple, mustard, sweet potato leaf, pumpkin, pineapple gourd, melons, and also lotus. So these are the 30 types of fruits and vegetables in this AmFit. All right. So AmFit has a proprietary design formula. So this AmFit, they can be achieved three benefits, which are the detoxify, nourish, and also replenish your body. So let's see what is detoxify. It can help you to clean your body, remove the toxin out from your body. Then because they are contain these 30 types of fruits and vegetables which can be benefit you from this. Okay. So next will be nourish your body. In AmFit, there are cactus extract. This one we can help to bind to the dietary fats, thereby it can help you to reduce the calorie absorption. Next will be this nettle and red yeast rice. So this one, it can help you to reduce the cholesterol in your body. So that's why when you eat, so it will help you to reduce the cholesterol intake from your body. Okay. So next will be the replenish. So it can help you to supply the vitamins and also the minerals to the body. So one pack of AmFit, they are produced undergo this exclusive microbiome for 540 days of fermentation technology. So we can see this diagram. Okay, we take a look on this 7 days. Okay, so we used 7 days to clean these fruits and vegetables, ensure that they are cleaned properly, ensure that there are no any like the heavy metals or pesticide and so on, then only we'll proceed to the fermentation. So first stage of the fermentation is this 180 days initial fermentation. Then next we proceed to 210 days of intensive fermentation. Then will be 90 days of storage fermentation. Then last will be this 60 days of maturation stage. So during stage, we are total added of 12 types of bacteria to support the fermentation. First, during this first stage, initial fermentations, we added these 4 types of this yeast, okay, to support the fermentation. Next, we added 5 types of this lactobacillus bacteria at this intensive fermentation stage. And then at storage fermentations, we added 3 types of acetobacter bacteria into this. Okay, so total there are 12 types of bacteria we are using. Okay, all right. So after undergo these 540 days of fermentation technology, so actually one pack of AmFit, the content of 9 key nutrients, which are the cell's food, which are the nutrients that our cells need. So besides of this enzyme, so enzyme is only one of these nutrients in AmFit, though there are also polyphenols, organic acids, nucleotides, Chinese herbs, second round metabolites of the microbe, minerals, phytonutrients, and also vitamin. So these 9 key nutrients, it can help us to detoxify and replenish our body. Okay, what does detoxify means? Detoxify means it's complete purification, purify your intestine, purify your blood. So in terms of nutrition, actually, a gut cleanse is very important. Otherwise, the toxins in your gut will be being absorbed to your blood and then will be contaminated in your blood. So remember that we always said that a contaminated blood is a root causes of main various kind of disease. Next, it can help you to replenish nutrients and also repair cells as well. Okay, so regarding this one, so AmFit has obtained 3 proprietary patented technology. So regarding for this one, if in future there are your customers, your members, or your friends asking you about this, so you may just share to them. So AmFit has obtained this enzyme activity protection, effective metabolism, and also these food absorptions. So what does these 3 technology means? Okay, and how does these 3 patented technology benefit to our body? Okay, so we go on the first, enzyme activity protection. Okay, all right. You can drink it cold or hot. So I would like to ask any one of you here drink AmFit, and you may just let me know how you drink it. You drink it cold or you drink it warm. So actually, AmFit also can drink it warm. You can up to 60 degrees Celsius. If like myself, I usually at a room temperature. Okay, so you may just type in the chat box. Okay, all right. So within the shelf life, the bioactivity of the enzyme is 3 to 4 times higher than the other brand. And also, you can use AmFit as a seasoning as well. You may, after you cook your food, especially maybe you are preparing a salad, you may just add in 1 pack of AmFit as a seasoning, so it tastes really good. If someone you ever do CAP program, probably you will know it, because I know that for this recipe, AmFit yogurt salad, yeah, teacher Evie has ever shared to us one recipe in the CAP Telegram. So if you're interested to explore more on how to use AmFit, then you may refer to the CAP Telegram. So it tastes really good. Okay, so next we will proceed to effective metabolism. So what does this mean? It means quickly detox and also protect the cells from damage. So from the UV rays, the carcinogens, the leftover oils after frying, then it will cause genetic damage and also cause mutation. So you can take a look on this table. So you can see all these rating, they are very high. So but after you take AmFit, you can see all this rating has been dropped. Actually, 1 pack of AmFit, it contains of this high SOD. SOD is an antioxidant which can help you to protect, defend yourself against this oxidative stress. Okay, so 1 unit of SOD, they are equivalent to 1 mg of vitamin C antioxidant level. 1 pack of AmFit, they are equivalent to 200 mg of vitamin C. So if someone, maybe you have a catch a cold and you do not want to eat medicines, but I also not advise you to take medicines, because remember just now, one of the factor that will cause the enzyme in your body drain even faster, which is the drug abuse. So if you have a cold, then you may just eat this AmFit. So it will help you to improve your condition. Okay, so next is this food absorptions. By using these human oral experiments, so we found that after drinking 4 weeks of this enzyme, the vitamin C in your blood has been increased 50%. And also the vitamin E in the blood increased 20%. So there are no changes of the vitamin C and also E in the control group. You may just see in this blue color and the purple color one. So they are only this one increase. So which means that the enzyme, the AmFit that you drink has been fully absorbed in your body. Okay, so next is this CoQ10 and also GSH. These 2 are also the antioxidants. So you can see after drinking AmFit for 4 weeks, the CoQ10 has increased by 75%, and the GSH also increased by 20%. So these are also mentioning that this actually, your drinking AmFit is actually works. It can able to increase your antioxidant level in your body. So next, okay, talking about this, our manufacturer, they have obtained the TQF mark, ISO, HACCP certification of the safety and also the quality certification. So no worry on the safety issue if you are consuming AmFit. Okay, so we are also using these top air quality raw materials to ensure the quality. So still remember that just now I have mentioned that you need to know the quality of the raw materials that you are using. Okay, so the manufacturers, they will purchase more than 108 kinds of top air quality fruits and vegetables every year. Then it will deliver to the factory within 24 hours after harvesting to ensure the qualities and freshness of the fruits and vegetables. Then it will undergo multiple inspections, so ensure there are no heavy metals and also there are no pesticides. Then only they will proceed to next step. They will only proceed to the fermentation stage. So next it will be this strict control of manufacturing process, because again, okay, so microorganisms easily affected by pH, moisture, and also temperature. So that's why during whole fermentation process, you really need to control. It's a very strict control of the whole process to ensure that the quality of the product are the best. So the manufacturers, they will use this automatic temperature and humidity monitoring device, okay, to check on the temperature and also the humidity. Then they will use this HEPE air filtration system, okay, check on the CO2, and then also they use this intelligent production management systems. Okay, all right. So what's AmFit recommended? Who AmFit is recommended for? Okay, so they are divided into two sections, which is the gray color and this red color. Okay, this gray color, if you are someone who are always eating outside, you do not know how to cook or you are lazy to cook, so then it will cause you to have lacking of fruit and vegetables as well. So when you are eating imbalanced food, lacking of nutrients, lacking of this fruit and vegetables, so of course your enzyme intakes will be not enough. So that's why it recommended you to take 1 pack of AmFit every day to ensure your enzyme intake is sufficient. Next, if you have low stamina, then or you have constipations and you only wanted to eat AmFit to maintain your health, then you also can take 1 pack of AmFit every day. But for this red color, if you wanted to strengthen the body, especially if you're now with low metabolic rates, usually people with low metabolic rates, so perhaps that they will be facing the issue like obesity. So if you wanted to maintain your body weight, so you are advised to take 2 AmFit in a day. So next, it will be people who love to eat fried foods. So still remember, if you are eating fried foods, so there will a lot of the free radicals in the body. So that's why you need to take AmFit to help you to reduce. Remember the rating that I showed you just now, it can help you to reduce the rating after you take this AmFit, because the antioxidants level in the AmFit is also very high. Okay, so next, people with this high lipid profile also, you are advised to take around 2 packs of AmFit in a day. It can help you to improve your condition. Next, okay, in 1 pack of AmFit, so there are 90 nutrients available in 1 sachet. So how you should use it? Okay, you can use 1 to 3 times daily and 1 sachet each time. So you can dilute it with approximately around 100 ml of water, then drink it before or after meals. So is AmFit the taste? I can say that it's not really is sour, but it's not very sour, but it's also with some sweetness as well. So it's depending on whether you can accept the taste or not. Like you are someone who are very sensitive to sour, then you may just mix with 100 ml of water, or you can tolerate with it, then you can just mix it less than 100 ml, then it's fine for you. If there are also some people that will just drink it directly. If for me, I feel that AmFit is not really that sour, so I just mix it with, I did not measure how much water that I drink, so it's around less than 100. So this is the amount that I usually how I take AmFit. Then it tastes much better refrigerated as well. Do you, any one of you here, love to drink AmFit cold? Yeah, I saw someone. Yeah, Lu waiting. You love cold. Yeah, okay. So next time I should try, because so far I did not try cold, because as a woman, right? So we are trying not to drink so many of the cold drinks. Okay. So next time I will try. So I will try to differentiate how good it is if I drink it cold or I drink it warm. Okay. Okay. So next, so direction for use. After you wake up, then you can drink it with empty stomach. So this one is mainly help you to regulate the intestines and helps to improve your bowel movements. Okay, so next which is after your meal, half an hour later, then you can eat AmFit. This one is to help you to improve your digestion and also the metabolism, because some people after they have eat a heavy meal, so they will feel very bloating. So that's why you eat AmFit is actually can help you to improve your digestion. Okay, you will feel better. Third way of using this AmFit, which is you drink before you go to bed. So this is also good for sleep. When you have a good sleep, then it can help you to promote weight loss as well. So next, this one, I wanted to emphasize on this. It is also recommended for individuals who have stomach pain, or you are someone who are with sensitive stomach, then you are advised to drink between meals. Actually, for me, I have a very sensitive stomach, sensitive to the level, which is if usually I have my lunch at 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock is my lunchtime, then I must eat at 1. So there's no way that I eat at 1:30. My stomach will not able to tolerate with it. So I will feel very, very, how to describe it? Undescribable feeling. Okay, so I will not so that's why I won't get myself hungry. So this is because that when I use AmFit, so I will drink it between meals. So I am okay. So no worries on this if you have a sensitive stomach. Okay. So because I'm experiencing it myself, because some maybe that you are someone have this issue, then you have this concern. You will worry that will AmFit causes you to feel even worse. It won't, because I experience it myself. You can tolerate with it. Okay, remember that you drink it between meals. So after you have your meals, then you just have a pack of AmFit. So it's fine, it's okay. All right. So as a conclusion, so all good things starts with enzyme. So remember that no matter how tasty the food you eat, how nutrient dense the nutrients, how nutrients dense the food you eat, so without enzymes, so you eat nothing, you eat zero. Your body will unable to get all the nutrients. Okay, so be healthy and be slim with a pack of AmFit every day. So that's all for my sharing today, and thank you for spending your time with me.